Hey, witches.
Hello, welcome back to another book, standalone, if you will, a
Yeah,
Christmassy standalone.
kind of a novella too. It's a shorter one.
hmm Thank God, I need it.
Yeah, we needed a little palate cleanser. It's called The Cat of Yule Cottage. It's gonna be in 3 episodes.
Yeah, there's really no chapters. It's a
Yeah, there are not chapters. It's
that's
weird.
yeah. It's um the Kindle book is 188 pages, no
Yeah.
chapters. So
Yep. So we read through page 61, I think.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's so far it's a really cute story. Like it's kind of like a mystery almost, but not.
it's kind of going based off of what is it, like lore in a way,
Yeah.
but it's not like worldwide lore.
it's it's like local to this little small town lore. Yeah, okay. You sort that out. Um I cannot. Anyway, sort that out.
I'm so sorry.
And now, okay, this girl, right? This girl is moving from New York? Question mark.
She's moving from London, so this
Oh yeah.
girl,
Oh yeah, we're overseas. Oh yeah.
yeah, we're in.
England.
I was trying
I
to think
don't
of like the specific spot. It's where the Cornish, most of that like where England would
I don't know.
consider Cornish dwelling.
Yeah. But so she's basically moving to a small town from London. So it's like a one of those kind of stories. Um and so far it's everything that like we wanted it to be or anything everything I wanted it to be anyway. Um but the
Oh,
first
they
thing
have a distinct Celtic heritage language.
that makes sense cuz some of the like the cat's name and some of the folklore that they talk about
Yeah,
seems
Celtic roots. It's like near Cornwall, England, that
okay.
general area. I That's all I got. I don't have a space. I don't have a place. I don't have nothing. It's
It's
the
fine.
southwesternmost county. So she's
Um
down south.
but the first thing I wrote was just that the descriptions and the language are so cozy.
Yeah, it's really nice to kind of like read a cozy kind of book.
Yeah.
And it's not a book that has somebody like a French twang on it. So like or just some made up fucking words. It's
Yeah.
like it's something that sounds mystical, but it's English.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just easier. Um, but it's this tiny little cottage that's kind of run down, but still has like a fantastic type of look and feel to it. Um,
I honestly am like, this sounds like so much fun already. Like, I'm imagining you're just like starting over. Like, something bad has happened and you're just starting over. And, excuse me, um, like just stumbling into this old cottage. And it's like still got stuff in it and everything. Like, she's going through all this stuff and like making the cottage nicer.
Seeing
And
the history, yeah.
yeah, like that just sounds like so much fun. If you didn't have to think about money and all of that. Like, if you could just do
Yeah.
that.
So we do find out throughout the book that she is a writer and she rented this cottage. And here's the start of the lore. So this cottage has been around for centuries and it has always belonged to one of two families. And it belongs in one family currently, and not the other. And there's some tension between the two families. We don't necessarily like know what happened, why it happened. We just kind of There's two men, which we all know who I like already out of the two. It's not the
We probably
blonde
like
one.
the same one.
It's not the blonde one.
The grumpy one.
It's the grumpy one. Yeah. So when we first like meet our like her name's Jess or Jessamine. Um,
Okay, we
she
don't know her
is.
name is Jessamine yet, though, because I fucking died when I read that.
I know. I was like Jessamine. What the fuck is that? I don't even know if I like pronounced it correctly, but so she goes by Jess, and she is essentially new to this area. She's a foreigner. Is everyone's treating her? It's a very tiny like village essentially. Um, Everyone knows everybody, and she's on her way to have lunch to kind of like get past the jitters of everything. Because she didn't have a very restful night, and there's a cat there that she has to take care of.
Oh, yeah, also because the power was out when she first got there, right?
Yeah, so there's like no electricity. She's trying to find everything in the dark. Her phone is dying. She can't charge her laptop, so she can't do anything of the writing. But she starts walking towards town to go like meet with basically the person who rented her the location. And she runs into a man who we just know him as Alex. We don't know anything about him. He's blonde. He's like gorgeous looking. He looks like a hunter.
And this bitch tells him her full name, that she's alone. Like, I'm like, you have you never listened to a true crime podcast? Like, you're walking alone in the woods.
Hold on, you got to think about where we're at right now.
I don't care. That makes it worse. Delphi is a small town.
No, we're in England. We're not in America.
I don't care. It's
People
not
go
England of
backpacking in
old.
England all the
It's
time.
still no. You still don't tell people, anybody, anywhere, that you're alone in the woods.
What's so funny is she grew up. So she in later part of the book, or like the middle, like closer to the end of this episode, basically, she tells all these people at a party that she grew up in cities, and like murders are not uncommon
Yeah,
in
that
like
makes
other
it even
countries,
worse.
but like in cities, that's the funniest part. She's from a city where murders are probably at an all-time high, not an all-time high, but like higher than where she's currently at. And like I literally went to a really nice part of like Charleston today to where like I felt that if I locked my car, people would immediately like judge me for thinking like they're gonna steal. Like it was a really nice place, and they had like a farm on site, all of that kind of thing. But I sat there and was like, no, I gotta lock my car because if I like my purse is in the car, I might only be in here for 5 minutes. But like if I do that back in West Ashley, like someone's gonna steal my shit.
Yeah.
So it's mind boggling that she just forgets everything and
Yeah,
just
and just tells them her full
supplies the
name
world.
and that she's alone. The alone part really gets
And
me.
she's the renter of this place called Ennisul.
Yes.
So she's walking to town and she comes past this stone that's like not eerie, but
Oh, the
like
clearing.
yeah, it she gets goosebumps. She gets like
Yeah, like the minute she walks into the clearing, everything gets quiet and
yeah, it feels mystical in a way. I don't know, but there's like
yeah.
a giant stone sitting there and it has a hole through it. So like witches have witches stones that have like naturally made holes through it, and it's like a part of witchcraft, or it's part of like your whatever you do. Um and it's not mystical in any way, shape, or form, but it does give you something. And the dogs won't go near it, like animals won't go near it, most men won't go through it, nothing like that. So there's something about the stone, and she keeps having dreams, and it's helping her write, but it's like it's about things of the area, the stone, the um stuff she found, the different marble, not marble, but like what is like the she polished some of the wood furniture. So like she saw some of the intricate designs on it. So a lot of the stone and the cottage is like coming forth with her into like some type of story of a woman who, and of course we haven't really gotten into it, so this is just like bear in mind sort of thing. But there was, yeah, here it is. So the stone, it's like there was a time when every one of these gnarled trees was a sapling, when the stream was almost a river, flowing full and loud as a farm girl's voice raised in song, when there was no house at all, just the water and the stone and the eyes that watched. Then came the cottage built from more stone and field stones, the road, the people. They first came here on an autumn day many years ago, never dreaming that their lives would change this place forever. And it's like all because of the stone. So it's like, is this a portal to another location? Is this a sacred protection thing of like lore long ago? So there's something about the stone. She hasn't uncovered that. She just knows there's some type of story between these two families, and the Rascaros is that how we're
Scarrow, yeah.
so the Rascaros is the other family. The Trenamore is the family that Alex is from. The grumpy cat of the group, his name is Jack. And he's cute. And
Can we talk about, just for a second,
grumpy. You can talk about whatever you want.
When they're in the forest and she's talking to him.
Which one? Alex?
The retriever.
Alex. Blonde boy. Blonde.
He has been hunting, right? So he's got a dead bird in his hands. A pheasant, to be particular. So not a small dead bird.
He was playing with a claw, wasn't he?
Yeah. And so she's like, he's inviting her to this party, and he says, "Hold this," and hands her the dead bird. And she takes it, which, again, not a realistic city girl. Because the fuck? I'm not holding your dead bird, sir. And then he proceeds to write down his phone number on a piece of paper and give it to her. Still not holding your dead bird. No, not doing. Not gonna happen. Yeah. Or just don't. This is a small town. You know where I live. You'll find me. Like,
yeah.
Just no. Absolutely not. Anyway. That was what I needed to say. Because I really needed to talk about the dead bird and the not holding it for you, sir. And then on page 26, I wrote bold, and now I'm trying to get to page 26 so I can see what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, that was page 26.
Oh, probably because he invited her to, oh, no, I know exactly what it was.
She's at the place, and she has walked up to Mr. Roscaro to give a message to his grandfather.
Yeah, so Jack, the other male character in this, we don't even know what he is. He is the grandson of... Okay, hold on. Let's go through the family tree. He is the grandson of the man who wants the cottage because his aunt just died.
Correct.
And instead of giving it to the family, they left it to the cat that lives on property.
Yeah.
And they rented out the property. So he's pissed off. He's trying to get her out. There's a bet that he can do it. Alex, who, by the way, is of the other family, tells her of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm going to go talk to him.
She says, "Please tell your grandfather that I know all about his stupid wager. Please also tell him that he's going to be disappointed. I'm not going anywhere. Thanks so much for your warm welcome." And then she walks away.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Also,
So that's what she does.
then she's like, they're telling her about, shit, the story, I think.
Oh, the story of um the
Or no, no, no.
Rascaros,
She's
or
walking back. That's what it is. She's walking back to. No, no, no. Nope, no. Blah, 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 blah.
so this
It's
is
the
the problem
cat.
with chapters. You start
This is the
like
cat. Yes. This is the
so
like italicized part. There's like italicized parts every so often that are like the cat or like the history of the house. It's like memories. And this
yeah.
one is like about a woman who moves to this place and um
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
yeah. And there's a woman, and so now after that she's having a dream, and she dreams about this woman who is pregnant, and she's going to the um
It's like a brand. The cottage was just built sort of look.
yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
weathered or anything.
And I'm just like, so there's a tragic backstory to this house or this cottage, and I'm like, is the woman the cat? Or is the baby the cat? Is the cat the lover of the woman? Like what's going on with this cat?
Didn't go any of those routes at all. So during this whole dream-like state that she's in, and as it starts, she is moving. So this woman who is pregnant with child, um, like you could see that she's like heavy, and she goes down to the stream and she digs her fist into her stomach, though it is not the child that ails her. So I'm thinking that it's not necessarily some curse or anything like that. I don't know. But she also talked about there's a boulder beside the stream, a waymarker set there long ago for travelers who happen to stray. With difficulty, she stretches her arms around it like a lover. Her fingers trace the marks of a carving on the back, a recent carving made by a fine knife. She begins to cry, feeling the shape there, a promise made in the spring broken by the time the dog roses faded, leaving her with a face a wedding to another, a vow with a secret in her belly, and her only consolation, this cottage, a reward for her silence. I have a theory about this. I honestly think that the stone is maybe the lover of the woman, and that's kind of like where they're buried.
Okay.
And she's pregnant with his kid, but the marriage or whatever, the cottage and the man of the promise or whatever is somebody she never wanted to be with. Maybe somebody's forcing her into being with it. And so, like, picture this. And this is obviously what I hope is the outcome. Not has nothing to do with what is possibly happening, but I feel that Jess is a reincarnation of this woman. The reason why she's in this cottage, the reason, like, how did she find this cottage all the way from London? Like, I'm sure there are a lot more cottages closer that she could have at least stayed in or rented out. Like, what about this specific cottage that she just decided to do it? She felt like it was fate. There was no visits to the cottage. There was
Right,
one
because she
photo.
rented it sight unseen, like, ew.
Yeah, and like there was no anything other than here I am, I'm signing the lease kind of thing. And so with that, I think Alex Trenamore, who we find out within this segment that his last name is literally translation of like man of stone. So it kind of gives you the glimpse that like maybe that stone belongs to like his descent or like ancestor or something like that. I actually think it is the ancestor of the Rascaro of like Jack,
Ooh.
and it's kind of like a Romeo Juliet like forbidden love sort of thing. And
Like maybe
their
they
love is
like
so strong that it created like a protection bubble, and maybe Perrin who is older than fucking dirt, is like that
So it's the
symbol
cat,
of
by the
that.
way.
Yeah, his name is Perrin. So like he could be like the shadowy protector of the grounds of this family, and that's why when like you kind of go, so she's invited to a Halloween party and she ends up going, and we kind of get a tour of the mansion. There's a few things. That circle, they have like a circle stone or something like that, and Alex in this scene goes, "Oh yeah, we're tied to that old thing," and it's like, stone, a circle
What?
stone. And I was like, oh my god, it's got to be this stone in the fucking clearing.
Right.
It's got to be this stone. It's got to be something to it. So like, what if they like did a hitman job and killed the lover, buried him, put a stone up there as a marker of this cottage? She is tied to this, cannot get out, no way in hell. 500 years of this cottage being around and like passing back and forth. Women didn't have a lot of rights. I'm not wearing the t-shirt, but women didn't have rights till the 1920s, okay? So let's just like go with that. England, I have no idea about their rights, but I'm sure they probably had around the same because white men. But regardless, the thing about it is I'm pretty sure 500 years ago, women did not have a single fucking say on anything. Why did Romeo and
Yeah.
Juliet fucking kill themselves in Shakespeare's play?
Yeah.
They didn't have a say. So I think it is some ancient protection symbol of everlasting love. Gag. She just fucked up her entire system. But so I think it's something along those lines. I think it is some type of fate because the little piece that she's like rubbing or touching is a fucking heart. So I truly think she's like a descendant of these families or like a
Yeah.
woman or something like that that started this
I don't hate
thing.
that.
And I think it's gonna be like a reenactment, like history repeats itself, sort of thing. And
Yeah.
she's the one person to stop the chaos.
I like that. I like it.
That's my goal for this book. We'll see at the end of it if it's true. But yeah,
The next thing that I talked about was so Jack comes to visit her at Ennis Yule. And she like gets a text message and he's like, "Oh, is that important?" Yada yada yada. She starts talking about her ex that she's fairly recently kind of left. Um, and wait, what happened here?
listen, we gotta. Riverside told us that our goal for 2026 is to not say a lot.
Well, Riverside can fuck off. So no, this is Alexander. She's with Alexander now, and she's talking about her ex-boyfriend. And he's like, "I heard you were having a problem with your electricity," and she's like, "Yeah." Michaela, who was the realtor that she rented the place from, said she talked to Mr. Roscaro, and then Jack Roscaro come to talk to me, and said he's going to talk to his grandpa too. So between them, I think it's sorted. And he's like, I don't think so. Like old Roscaro was there causing trouble at the um cottage when they tried, or in the land when they tried to fix it. Which I'm wondering, like, is that true? Is he trying to stir up trouble?
I don't think he's trying to stir up trouble. I think he's afraid that he's gonna lose it.
Maybe. No,
And
no,
I
no.
wonder.
I mean, Alex. Is Alex trying to stir up trouble?
Oh, I think so.
Like, did
I
that
think
actually happen, or is he trying to stir up trouble, or
like
both?
honestly, when we were in the scene where they're driving up to this huge mansion, if you will, like this is mansion by no, it's a castle. That's what it is. It's literally
Basically,
a castle manor sort of thing that this dude lives in, and that's where the Halloween party is. This is where she finds out that he is a Trenamore, And he doesn't know, or she doesn't know a lot of information, just what Jack has said. Um, and then she finds out that like that's the reason why Jack was like, ugh, when because they drove by and saw each other. However, I think he knows. I'm getting, and this is as soon as I saw that he was blonde, I immediately was like, ew, this is totally gonna be a Tamlin type of character. Like, very about himself, very nonchalant about things, even though, like, it's kind of weird and wrong. And, like, why are you being so nonchalant about, like, he just met her and she finds out at this party that that his dad wanted the property. And she already feels threatened by the other family. So now she's like, oh, this guy I just met and that pot might possibly like his own father doesn't even like me.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, oh, it's fine. And it's like, if you like her and she has concerns about this, at least listen to her and figure it out. Like, don't just say, oh, it's fine.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, I got like Tamlin vibes from it. And I immediately knew, I was like, Alex has got to be in that fucking other family. I knew it.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, that's it. There was a scene on, sorry, I'm at page 50 talking about this part.
Okay, hold on though, because before we get there, the electricity is on and we learn a little bit more about the old woman who just passed away that lived in this house. And she basically literally just sat in her chair staring out the window listening to the radio. But there's a newspaper there. And the newspaper, this is the Roscaro aunt. So the newspaper says Treminor submits marina plans, and then there's a photo underneath it of a man in a suit on the steps of a grand house, and someone has inked devil horns and fangs onto his face and a tail, a forked tail, so that like they've drawn like a devil on him, and it almost has to be the old woman, and I'm just like, yeah, that's the old woman. I want to be that kind of old woman. So
It's like doodling in your yearbook when you hated somebody.
yeah.
Back in a time where you could publicly post your disdain for someone.
Yeah. And then the other thing, like, I'm trying to figure out, was the woman that she keeps having flashbacks of a witch? Or was she just accused of being a witch? Like, what's happening?
See, I don't think it has anything to do with witchcraft or anything like that. I think it's Yule Cottage specifically for the location, very like old timey kind of whatever, and maybe it dates back as far back as like the Yule tide. I don't know. I mean, British people say Happy Christmas and we say Merry Christmas. It's two different words of the same thing. Christmas
Yeah.
is literally the same thing as Yule, just at a different time and revolved around somebody different, people differently.
Yeah.
And so I think that's part of it. I truly think, or hoping at least, it's like some faded
Yeah.
repeat of history.
And then the next thing that I wrote was on page 49, but it's basically going into what you're talking about. Because I said, is it bad that I don't like Alex? He gives me bad vibes. I'm with Jack.
Oh, God, same.
And I have a
So
horrible feeling about this party.
I do too. I was like, oh God, she's gonna get like comfortable. She's gonna get raped. Like I was going through the emotions.
Okay, I was not
So
going quite that dark,
I was
but
thinking like she was gonna get so drunk, like dude's gonna try to take advantage of her,
yeah.
and then I was like, oh, I'm also on the side of TikTok that I don't even know who this woman is, but like it's literally just a clip in a song, and then all of a sudden it's this woman that comes in. Okay, but hear me out. This is I'm getting, and then like she literally tells you the plot of a story and says someone needs to write it, and I'm like, this is the 15th video I watched of you today, ma'am, and they are all different, beautiful, like thing. She'll be like, okay, I'm thinking of like a dark romance, and I'm like, why are you not in this field? Are you in this field? Like, what are you doing? But I that's what I was getting. I was like in that mind time frame. I was like, okay, she's gonna go to this party. She's gonna get drunk. She's going to be like attempted of like being taken advantage of, and then he's gonna pop out of nowhere because he doesn't feel safe with her over there because of that rivalry, and then he's gonna go help
Yeah.
her. And I was like, oh, that's how it's gonna be.
I definitely thought something bad was gonna happen, or that he was gonna show up and like save her, or the flip side of that, that he was going to be even more mad at her because she went there. I don't know. Because the house was last with the Roscaros. So I was like, is there going to be some kind of stipulation that she can't be with
Fraternize
the
with anybody.
Treminar? Yeah.
Well, and also it kind of it's like bodes bad for them both now too because the father of Alex wants the cottage. So then
Sketchy
it's like,
fuck.
is he going to like manipulate the situation into getting Alex like and her together more often so that they somehow through some random grand scheme of like marriage they get the cottage? I don't know. Haven't got that far. We're just penciling ideas. But there was a like on page 50 she finds out he's a Trenamore. She's confused. She's like, you didn't tell me? He goes, because I didn't want to scare you off. Alex swings into a U-shaped courtyard at the side of the house. It's a manor, let's be real.
Yeah.
Already littered with cars. Honestly, Jess, if you thought the rumors about you were bad, you should hear what they have to say about us. And I'm like, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then it was like, he jerks his head back towards the village. 500 years worth of grudges doesn't make for easy friendships. But he has a ton of friends there at this party. So who the fuck are these people? What do you mean friends? Where are they
Yeah.
from? Who do you know them from? And then he sighs, turns off the engines. I just wanted to be me for once without all the baggage. And I was like, this gives me Tamlin vibes. He's
It's
probably
so
the
sketchy.
anti-hero. Woe is me. My life sucks. They're terrible. They don't realize how good of a person I am. And then, like, we're going to see the dark hero over here and be like, he's an angel all along. He is the right, true hero. Fuck you, blonde boy. Not you. Like, that is the vibe. As soon as I heard that spiel from him, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and then like once we meet his dad, and then he's like, "Was that awful?" Blah 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 blah. Like, it's just very ick, very sketch.
And their house
And
is littered in memorabilia of different things, whether it's animal carcasses or like centuries long traditions of things. It just feels very fake.
yeah, and then
And his
he's like,
parents aren't even together. Sorry.
"No, you're good." And then they're talking,
There's a
and
reason.
he's like, "Look," because he's talking about how his dad was gonna get the property, and then she beat him to it, and he's like, "Look, I'm glad he didn't get it. Okay, otherwise I wouldn't have met you." As he's like brushing a strand of hair off her face.
Yeah.
First of all. And then he asks her if he can take her out sometime, and she says yes. Um, and like, I don't like that. But she does make it a practical trip. She asks him to take her to the hardware store.
It works. Well, and here's the thing too. They so like before they woke up in the morning, she made a comment. So like he pulled her to a side, kissed her after like slugging back alcohol,
Yeah.
like shots on shots on shots. He kisses her and she like doesn't move away but also like says you just met me like blah blah blah, but then she's
Yeah.
like I don't know, something about it made it feel so right. And it's not like a type of like the way she described it wasn't like I just got out of a relationship, this feels good, like this feels normal to me.
No.
The way she made it describe was like it's like something pulling us together, and I was like, oh, fate baby. But yeah, then but she admitted it and she goes, and then I'm kissing him back because this is a story that's happened before, because through the thundering of my heart and the sound of our hasty breathing, there's another noise, that of a knife carving the shape of a heart, carving a broken promise into stone. And that was part of the original
Yep.
dream, like state that she had, or premonition of some sort, where there's a faint carving of a heart in that stone. And that's when like the woman goes over there and touches it and like ugh. So I think it is very, very like
Yeah.
fate. And at that party too, she's trying to find a bathroom, let's be real, and so she's like looking, but a door is open with like a light on, and it wasn't before, so she walks over by it and sees a picture of an older man from her dreams.
Yeah.
And I'm like, baby, you know him.
Yeah.
You know him. So I don't think her dreams are, I think her dreams are more memory like.
Yeah. And then I feel like we stopped at like the perfect spot because basically they go to the hardware store, he takes her back, and then she goes to sleep, and Perrin lays with her, and then that's basically the end.
Yeah. They also, there's a line too at the end on the last page. So Perrin and her are sleeping. I read the next little blurb,
Hmm.
like the second there. So on page 61, there's like a paragraph in between like two other parts of the story. So I read that part, and that's my last comment on it. So in it, it says the land has its own language, whereas names represent what is true. Oh, I'm gonna butcher these. Baldu, Paulin, Redruth, Black Mine, White Moor, Red Fort. It is the language that tells where dry ground becomes marsh, where hollows wait and foxes make their homes. It knows that while paper tears and ink fades and people forget, stone remembers. I'm distraught. So if it's not my theory, I'm going to be real pissed off.
Well, I
So,
like
so
it.
far, it's a really cute book. I
Yeah.
was afraid. I was like, oh, you want to do a Christmas book around Christmas? Okay.
Nah.
I was like really worried about it. I was like, okay, it says Yule, so maybe it's not like Christmas and I have this weird love-hate relationship.
Yeah, same.
Um, and it's just family trauma. And uh so when I read that, I was like, okay, I'll do it. It's so freaking cute. And it has nothing to do with Christmas
It
yet.
doesn't. It literally is. I think it's just called Yule Cottage, so because it's Ennis Yule, so like it's not. I mean, it's
Well,
winter, I think, but
and it's Cornish,
yeah,
which I think Yennesul is literally maybe Cornish for Yule House or Yule Cottage or something like that.
yeah,
So I take back my worried comments. It's real cute.
yeah. It is so
But
far. I'm excited to finish it.
yeah. So that is part one of part three of a three-parter. So sorry, I'm burping now. So until next time.
Bye.